What's up, everyone? It is our final media day right before football season is going to start. My name is Thrift Behringer here with Georgia Alabama Sports Live, and we are here on the campus of Calvary Christian School, home of all nights, football, basketball, and all the sports they do here. And guess what? We're going to be broadcasting live on Georgia Alabama Sports Live throughout the season. We are super excited about that and the partnership we have with Calvary. And I'm going to introduce the man that helped this partnership along these last couple of years, and is a good friend of mine. He is the athletic director, Steve Smith. Coach, come on up.
Thank you, Thrift. We're really excited about this year, obviously with the partnership with Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Appreciate WRBL being here as well. We're really excited about this season. We're looking to build off of what Coach Brunson and his staff did last year. Obviously getting all the way to the state championship and coming up about a yard short. But we really are excited about what they've begun to build over the last year. Coach Brunson coming in as a first-year coach last year, and really what he was able to do from the beginning all the way to the end was extremely impressive. So what we're looking forward to this year is obviously the move into GIAA and what that's going to bring for us, just the additional competition. We're really excited how that's going to push all of our athletic programs. As we go out to the football field this next week, we will be featuring our new press box, so we're really excited to have that. We've got some other projects on the campus over the next couple of months that will really help to begin to really take shape for all of our athletic programs. But we're really excited. Obviously, with football, it's it's the primary first sport of the school year. It really sets the tone for all of the athletic programs. So we're really excited with where football's at. So again, we're going to turn it over to Coach Brunson. He's going to get an opportunity to introduce all of our athletes and coaches that are here today. But again, we appreciate the partnership with Georgia Alabama Sports Live and really looking forward to an exciting 24 football season. Coach Brunson.
Hi, everybody doing? I'm Emmanuel Brunson, head varsity coach, strength conditioning coordinator for Calvary. I want to thank you guys, Georgia Alabama Sports Live, for broadcasting this.
Coach, last year you were, I won't even say a yard, I won't even say a foot, I'll say an inch away from winning a state championship, which again, I thought it was one of the best coaching jobs out of anyone last year. What are some of the things you did now with a full off season, heading into a new league that you feel like is going to get your team prepared for this upcoming year?
One of the biggest things we did was recruit. Going to the GIA, our biggest thing was, getting bigger in the trenches, building our interior. That was one thing that we did do. We got guys like Caleb Monroe, Hamilton, and a couple other guys that 300 pounds and bigger, that's going to be able to hold down our trenches. We hit the weight room hard over the off season, going into the spring, had some great 7vs7s, at Georgia Tech and at Auburn and the FCA, and it prepared us going into our first game.
Coach, you touched on it a little bit, but obviously the big story with Calvary overall is you guys has moved to the GIAA this year, and that means in football that you'll be in the same region as Brookstone and Pacelli, two teams who have made it to the state championship game, 5-4 appearances the last couple of years. How do you prepare for a region that strong?
To be honest, just to be in that region with Pacelli and Brookstone is amazing. Again, you got two strong powerhouses in the GIA, with Pacelli winning in 2022 and Brookstone playing in the state championship this past season. We just got to keep grinding. I mean, to be able to compete with those two teams and what they've done in the GIA, we got to put in the work, and that's what we've been doing.
You haven't replaced your quarterback. How did the offseason go in replacing the leader in Luke Zivak last year?
Nate Osborne. I mean, what Zivak has done over 4 years at Calvary is amazing. But we really do believe what we have in Nate Osborne could be able to step up and succeed and put in as much work as Zivak did. What Nate has done over the offseason to prepare himself to be our starter is amazing. We're really looking forward to see what he does for us this season.
Coach, this is going to be your second season at the helm of the team. What made this offseason different from last year?
Just the fact we was able to have a full off season. I got hired late last season in April, so we kind of rushed everything to get everything put together. But to be able to have a full off season, implement our weight training program, what we wanted to do during the off season, have a full spring, and just be able to take our time to put things together, it made a big difference for us.
Talk about your relationship with Steve Smith, giving you this opportunity and just letting you grow, man, just letting you do your thing, not micromanaging. How awesome it is to have an AD that believes in your vision, allow you to do what you do to build your program.
Oh, man, I love Coach Smith to even give me a chance. Most ADs wouldn't even have took a chance on me with me not having a high school experience, beyond what I have experience-wise coaching. And for him to give me that opportunity and, just mentor me. So being able to just go to him for some of the hard things that I had when it came to my first year of coaching, and him to be able to put me on the right path, and what he's done with the baseball program and just the programs at Calvary as a whole, man, is amazing. That's why I want to take my coaching and my ability to be able to mimic what he's doing, not just as a coach, but as a person.
One more question, Coach. You talked about in the trenches. You know that moving to a new league, having big guys up front, has that really been the thing you worked on this offseason? Is it offense, defense? What are some of the things that you really want to focus on and what's going to define your team, hopefully, this upcoming year?
The trenches was the biggest thing we need to focus on. O-line, D-line, again, moving to the GIA, teams are bigger, stronger in the trenches. So that was one thing we did focus on. That's one thing we made a point to put a lot of emphasis on. And again, our guys are definitely prepared. Offense, we're going to be fast. We was fast this past season. We're going to be fast this season. Matter of fact, we may be a little faster this season than we were last season. Defense, we fly to the ball. That's what we do. Got a great defensive coordinator in Coach Tony, and he's brought in a lot of fire on the coaching side. What he does, he get these guys fired up. Linebacker play is way better, and we're going to be ready to go.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach.
Yes, sir. All right, so I'm going to introduce my OC, Coach Greg Willard.
How you doing? Coach Greg Willard, Offensive Coordinator at Calvary Christian School.
What's your relationship with Coach Brunson? Why did you decide to come to Calvary, and how much have you loved being here, man?
Man, hey, I learned a lot from him. I actually started a relationship with him. He trained my son, okay? So just being able to watch how he conducts business on a day-to-day basis, even from then on to now, is big for me. So it was a no-brainer.
Coach Brunson said that this offense is going to be fast, if not a little bit faster than last season. That falls on you. What's going to be the biggest difference for this offense between last year and this year?
Process and efficiency. We want to become efficient in our tempo. That's first and foremost. We ran about 60 to 65 plays last year. This year we're going to go about 75 to 80. That's our marker. We feel as though if we hit 75 to 85 plays per game, then we're very hard to beat. So a lot of it is process, small things as far as getting the ball where it needs to get, having the kids in the proper position in order to hand the ball off to the refs on certain hashes. So small things that we're going to improve on in order to meet that mark.
You have a lot of great weapons, but you got to have a guy that gets the ball to those weapons. He made mention about Nate Osborne. Talk about, I feel like offensive coordinator, quarterback got to have a good relationship, be on the same page. Talk about that relationship with Nate and the quarterback going into this year.
Well, first and foremost, I would say that Nate is probably the smartest quarterback I've ever had, I've ever coached. And to be honest with you, he makes my job easy every single day. And I tell him, man, it's his team. It's his team. The leadership and the car starts with you, buddy. You're the conductor, okay? You're the conductor. You have all of these parts and all these pieces in the motor to work with, man. The only thing that you have to do is just operate the vehicle effectively. You know what I mean? And he's doing that, and he's been doing that, and he's actually has brought the best out of a lot of these guys.
Good morning. Wide receivers coach for Calvary Christian School, J.D. Roberson. It's Roberson.
Coach, we talked about the skill set last year. That was incredible. Talk about your relationship with the receivers, the tight ends, and how, like Luke Scoggins, how they're going to be even better than what they did last year, which was pretty incredible.
Yeah, so, blessed to come into a program, Calvary Christian School. They have an immense amount of just raw athletes here. Most of them, stemming from the baseball program over there with Coach Smith. They do a really good job of conditioning those guys, getting them ready. And so transitioning them over to the wide receiver corps, it's just about fine-tuning those skills, the basics, Right now, we had 1 year with them, or half a year, if you will. We didn't have much of a summer.
Right.
And the guys, they came in, they bought in, they listened to me, and we put up some really good numbers at the receiver corps last year. This year, with a full off season, we've done some 707s and really got the scheme down. They know what I expect of them. My guys are going to be aggressive. They're going to be smart. And they're going to fly around, and we're not taking plays off. As soon as that ball is ready for snap, Coach Gregg's got us really good tempo going. We're flying down the field. We're attacking the ball, we're aggressive to the ball. Everything in the air is ours. That's just how we have our guys play. And, we saw in the 707s, we beat some teams that guys didn't think we were going to beat, and put up some really good numbers. And so I'm just excited for the rest of the season to see these guys grow. We got some weapons, and they're one touch away from taking the ball to the house anytime you touch it. So we're just going to try to capitalize on that.
What's been the biggest difference you've seen from the wide receiver corps from last year to this year?
The offseason, the growth, that strength and conditioning program that we have here at Calvary, those guys are in the gym every day. Every day they're touching weights. Every day we're on the field getting faster. We take time, and we really have tried to get them to be students of the game. So not only are we, touching weights and running around on the field, we're watching film. We're studying plays. We're studying the teams that we're playing. We're learning how to be better at our craft in all facets. Even when they're at the house sitting around, they're watching film. So when we come out on the field and we're going to do some new concepts, it's not something that's come out of left field for them. They know what we want. They know what we expect. And it just helps us to be efficient, like Coach Gregg said.
Coach, last question. Your relationship with Coach Brunson. What brought you over here? Because all you guys, you're here. Obviously, you believe in his vision, but what was it that drew you to Calvary and specifically to coach under Coach Brunson?
Me and Coach Brunson, we met playing football over at Columbus State. So I've known him for a good amount of time, and I believe he reached out to me back when he was at Pacelli to come over and help coach, and I just, I didn't feel that calling. It wasn't the right time for me. And he reached out for me again when he came over to Calvary, and it just so happened I was enrolling my daughter in school here at Calvary, and I kind of sat and I talked to my wife, and I came out and I had a meeting with Coach Smith, and it felt right. You just feel that place is right for you. The students, they've welcomed me in. They've embraced my family. The faculty, the staff, everybody's been part of the family here, and I believe in Coach Brunson. He was my quarterback, so if I catch passes from him, why would I not, coach the guys that are going to be catching passes in his system? And man, we just clicked. We gelled. The coaching staff is amazing. Everybody's like family, and we all have the same mission and goal in mind. Not only to build a good football program, but really turn these young men into warriors for the world, and to go out and be good disciples like we want them to be.
Good. Thanks, Coach.
How's it going? Nate Osborne's Osborne.
Nate, you're taking over from Luke Zivak, who had a great year last year. How do you feel like your off season's been, and what do you feel like now being the lead guy for this Calvary football team this year?
It's exciting. We've put in a lot of work this off season. Coach Gregg's really worked hard to see what I'm comfortable with. So it's been a grind over the summer, but it's not just weightlifting in classroom. It's really just getting out on the field and getting really good at the concepts that we want to run off.
What are you looking forward to the most as you get ready to take over as the starter for this season?
Just getting the ball to these guys, the receivers like Luke, Josh over here. I just feel like that's my job. Is like Coach Gregg kind of said, like a point guard. Just get the balls to the guys in open space and let them make plays. So that's really just what I'm trying to do this year.
I got to ask this question because I asked it to Brookstone and Pacelli. What does it mean to play teams like that are 15 minutes down the road? A lot of those guys you probably met before. What would it mean to play them and then beat them this year for you?
Yeah, it just means more playing these guys. You grow up playing with a lot of them, Little League, Pee Wee, stuff like that. So it's going to be a challenge just because we see the success they've had in the past. But we're excited about it. Those games are definitely like the impact games. So we look at those games on the schedule, and those are the ones that stick out.
This team was on the doorstep of winning a state championship last year. What can you do this year to get back to that level?
Just work hard. We go through the summer, we're reminded a lot we were that close. So just think about it a lot. Think when you get tired, when the weight feels heavy, just think about we were that close to a state championship. So just work that much harder.
Last question. Talk about your relationship with Coach Brunson, the offensive coordinator, and what they've meant to you and your growth as you head into your senior year.
It's great. Since day one last year, Coach Brunson's been really big supporter. So is Coach Greg. I feel like I built a great relationship with them. And Coach Greg over this offseason, like I said, he's worked hard to understand what I'm comfortable with concept-wise. So it's just gone. This offseason's gone really well.
Thank you, Nate.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And Luke Scoggins, SCOGGINS, and receiver.
Luke, you were one of the top weapons last year on the team. What are some of the things you try to improve on this year to be even better? And I know you want to play at the next level, but you had to have a good offseason. What'd you do?
I developed power in the offseason. I was a lot shiftier than I needed to be last year, but I am now. I've developed power and strength, and I can go around or through someone.
You're now one of the veterans on this team. You know, how do you help get this team ready for the upcoming season, knowing that you're going to be playing some more competitive competition this year?
I mean, you just got to be positive. You got to pick everyone up, and just got to be a leader. You know.
Talk about your relationship with Nate, because that quarterback receiver got to be on the same page. How's that been this offseason?
Yeah, no, I trust him. I trust that he's going to get the right receiver, the right ball at the right time. He's been great through the entire offseason, and he had some great plays in our last scrimmage.
Thanks, man.
What's up, guys? My name is Nate Stokes, STOKES. I'm the running back and middle linebacker.
You say running back and middle linebacker. Which position do you like most, man?
Well, I just started running back this year. Honestly, I think I like that more than I like linebacker. I played linebacker all last year, but now that I'm at running back, I get to hit people where I can juke them, so it's like either one, you know?
And you talk about those two roles that you play, running back and linebacker, two very important roles on the offense and defense, meaning you have a big role on this team. How important is it for you to be able to have everybody on the same page on both sides of the ball?
Oh, well, offense, honestly, I don't have to worry too much. I know Nate's got that under control. He does a really good job on that. Defense, I've got me and Darnell. We're both working really hard. We've got our D-line all on one page. We've got all our DBs on one page, so we're doing good with that.
Talk about your relationship with your defensive coordinator and what he's meant to you and your growth on the defensive side of the ball.
So I met Coach Tony last year in the spring, and then he came back out this year. I really like him. He's always got, you have to have high intensity. He's not just going to let you walk around or be lazy or anything like that. So he's always going to help you get better and stay stronger.
I haven't asked this question for the other guys. Well, what's the team goal this year? State championship, beating your rivals? What would be the team goal?
Winning every game. I mean, I want to win every game. I don't care who we play.
Nice.
You good?
Appreciate it, man. Good job.
Hey, how you guys doing? I'm Joshua Jackson, receiver and strong safety.
Before we start, you want to go by Josh or Joshua?
Josh.
Okay.
Josh, what does it mean to be a part of this Calvary football program, man?
It's mean a lot to me. I came here, and when I came, I was just welcomed with open arms and much love. So I was happy to come here and make it feel like a family.
How about your relationship with your receiver coach? He seems like very well spoken, high intensity, expect a lot of you. Has he helped you get better this offseason?
Yes, sir. He's always pushing me to better myself. So whenever I'm in practice, I'm being lazy or got to step up or help my receivers get better. He's always on me to become a better receiver.
We talk about you guys were so close to a state title last year. What's been the biggest difference in this team from last year to this year?
I actually wasn't here last year.
Well, in that case, if you weren't here last year, you know this team was in the state championship game. How much are you looking forward to helping this team get across the finish line?
Well, this year I heard a lot about last year how my guys they got there but they didn't finish. So this year I'm trying to help my guys finish. You know, if we're there, we gotta make plays. You know, you gotta trust Nate, you gotta trust defense. You know, you gotta play hard and just finish.
What's one of your personal goals this year?
Really just be the best receiver I can, be the best player on the team, and help my teammates out this way.
Thanks. Good job, man.
I'm Silas Johnson, SILAS, JOH, and S7.
Seems like a lot of you guys are having to play on both sides of the ball, which happens at smaller schools. Which side of the ball do you like the most, Silas?
I love defense. That's my favorite place to play.
So you like hitting people instead of getting hit?
Plays on the ball, yes.
Yeah.
Well, ask the same question I asked earlier, man, is that you're playing both ways in two very important positions, man. How do you keep everybody on the same page on both sides of the ball?
I mean, we really let our coaches handle it, but it's just getting everybody to settle down, in game, make sure we're on the same page, just making sure everybody knows their assignment, and you kind of gotta trust your guys, just to know what they're doing. So I don't worry about it too much. Just kind of let them make the plays.
Some of your personal goals this year, man. What are some things that you want to try to do? You want to play at the next level? Like, what's your goals for your career?
I do have goals of playing at the next level. My goal is to lead the GIA in receptions, tackles, like anything I can do, just be the top.
Talk about your relationship with Nate, because if you're going to lead the league in receptions, my man's got to throw you the ball and got to be on the same page with you. Same thing I asked Josh and Luke. Talk about your relationship with Nate, what he means to you.
He's great. I mean, during this off season, we just kind of got closer as a team, just working day in, day out. I mean, he's a great guy. He knows this game. He's a great quarterback, so I trust him.
Good. Thanks, man. Good job.
Hamilton, Hamilton.
What's your last name?
Snow.
Snow, S-N-O-W? Okay. Hamilton, the center, I think, is probably the most important position on the offensive line. Okay, you're the leader of that. How do you feel like you've progressed these last, off season, getting ready to take on that role?
Played center last year. Haven't played center much this summer, but I'm going back to it now. And I'm just ready to help the O-line get to where they need to be for the season.
The old saying goes, games are won in the trenches, man, and Calvary's always had good offensive linemen, man, and you're leading that bunch. What's been the tone that you guys have tried to set this summer as you get ready to go face stronger competition this year?
We just need to be more aggressive. That's been our motto. Just more aggressive, more physical. That's all.
Talk about your relationship with all your teammates on the offensive line. You feel like y'all are a good group. You got a lot of good chemistry, and you feel like y'all going to work well together this year?
Yeah, we got a couple new guys, but we're all friends. We've been through this. We've been here all summer. I think we're going to do good this year.
What's the team goal, in your opinion, for Calvary this year?
Go back to state and win it this time.
And the last question for me is, what's been the biggest difference from last year to this year?
Full off season, and we worked way harder this season than last year.
Good job, Hamilton. Thank you.
Caleb Monroe, C-A-L-E-B-M-O-N-R-O-E.
All right, the same thing I asked him. How you feel about your offensive line right now? Y'all feel like you're on the same page as you head into the GIAA this year, man?
Yes, sir. I feel like we're a good group. We have a lot of good chemistry, a lot of good guys, and I feel like we're going to come in and we're going to do our job and we're going to protect our quarterback.
You guys obviously play a big role in what these guys are able to do. Just what's been the relationship with you and the skill players as you guys have gone through the summer?
It's been great. We're a family here. We have a great bond with our skill players, especially our quarterback, and we're just making sure that we do our job, picking up the intensity so that way we can protect these guys so they can get the ball and score touchdowns.
Talk about your relationship with your coaches, man. Y'all got to be, your blocking assignments, you got to be prepared as you head into week one this upcoming week. Do you feel like your coaches do a great job in your relationship with them as you head into the season this year, man?
I love all my coaches. I feel like they have done their job. They've been preparing us all summer, especially me being new, running the playbook. They prepared me a lot, and I feel like we're going to be coming this first game and do really good.
Good. Since you said you're new here, what is it like coming here to Calvary compared to previous schools that you were at? What's that feeling like, man?
It's just a different culture. I feel like this here versus my last school has a lot better culture, and I have a chance to play with a team where we're really close, and I feel like we have a lot of talent on this team.
Thanks, man. Good job.
Sure.
All right, again, I want to say thank y'all so much. Thank you to Calvary. Thank you to Coach Steve Smith for allowing us to broadcast last year. We're looking forward this upcoming year, and I'm going to go ahead and throw it out there because I was going to wait till the show, but since I'm here already, high school game day, our first one of the season is going to be at Calvary next Friday. We are so excited about starting that up again, and we will be live here for Calvary Terrell on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. So thank you again, and go Knights. Look forward to this upcoming year.